Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. Hey, man, I want to go on the record again. This pre-inauguration rally is a horrific idea. I understand why Donald J. Trump wants to do this. I understand it. But I need this man to understand something. Based on what we've seen, it ain't worth the risk. I mean, you got people coming out of Fort Bragg, formerly known as Fort Liberty, which is the head of psychological operations. Everybody want to talk about mind control programs and the Montauk Project and all these projects where they remote view and they do mind control. Oh, MK Ultra. Okay. That's where the hell the people come from. The MK Ultra headquarters. All of them. The dude that shot at him at the golf course. The dude who did the stuff in New Orleans, and the dude who did the stuff in Vegas. So somehow the MK Ultra mind control program has been activated against the American people. And Don wants to run around here and do a rally before he got control over all that. I'm just going to go on the record. There's going to be a short video, but I want to go on the record and say, Donald, this is a damn dumb idea. I think it's a damn foolish idea. And I know you want to give a party because you like the party. You want to do your dance. Let's do the dance after you done got your hand on the Bible and got sworn in. That's all I'm saying. We don't take victory laps before you've obtained the victory. Nah, many people ain't gonna say this because everybody won't be nice. He ain't listening to me. He may not. He may listen. He may not. I don't know. I think it's a terrible idea. Under the circumstances, it's a terrible idea. Now, I can see from his perspective, what he's saying is, listen, I'm gonna show the American people that I ain't afraid. Man, we know you ain't afraid. We know you cut from a whole nother cloth. They tried to bust your head wide open on national TV, and you get up and talking about fighting, talking about where my shoe at. Oh, you a savage. That's been proven. Mark Zuckerberg had to come out and say, man, you know, that was the most dynamic thing I ever seen. You proved that you a dog. We don't need no more proof. We don't need no more proof. I'm just going to keep it real with you. We don't need no more proof, and I don't say this out of fear because I don't believe this man is afraid. All evidence we have is that he's a baby gangster. Real talk. Like if he was on the street, you know what I'm saying, he'll be one of the hot boys from New Orleans. I'm telling you, if he was born black and in New Orleans, he'd have been a hot boy. I'm sorry. He'd have been an original hot boy, busting heads. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what we dealing with right now, Don. We dealing with the fact that you got a whole infrastructure that wants your neck. And trust me, it's bigger than you, Don. The whole world is holding its breath to see that you get in and do what you need to do. The whole entire world, the whole entire planet is hinging its hope on one man to take down the deep state, the World Economic Forum, and everybody else. And I just feel like it's an unnecessary risk. I'm just going to keep it real. Unnecessary risk. Nah. He gonna do what he do, cause he Don. He gonna do what the hell he do. But I'm gonna say how I feel about it, and that's just gonna be that.
Welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. Donald Trump's victory lap ahead of his inauguration. President Biden honors January 6th committee leaders, and the House gets ready to make a big decision. Our Kelly Meyer is here with what's happening in and around the Capitol. Hello, Kelly.
Hey there, Blake. Well,
Hello,
a busy
Kelly.
Day on Capitol Hill. The 119th
That little dress make
Congress
Kelly
will be
look shapely.
sworn in
To see that contrast between that black and that
tomorrow,
white? Go
and we
ahead,
are
Kelly.
only 18 days away from President-elect Trump's inauguration. The inaugural committee announcing today Trump will cap off his victory lap with one last rally at the Capital One Arena here in Washington, D.C. on January 19th, just one day before his inauguration ceremony. And this will mark Trump's first.
You know, I feel great about this. It was the day afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And he had went in and fired a whole bunch. I wouldn't feel great about it. He would have to have the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, Homeland Security, all these people under control before I would feel good about this. I just got a bad feel. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be no little beach about it. Because I ain't no little old beach. But what I'm saying, I don't like it, dog. I don't like it.
First rally in the Capitol since the January 6th riot at the Capitol building 4 years ago. And meanwhile, at the White House, President Biden bestowed 20 people with the Presidential Citizens Medal, which is the second.
And he just pooping on everybody, him. He just like, yeah, we messed you over. We gonna just spit in your face. Ha, puh. He went hawk tour on everybody. Hawk tour. Spit on that thing.
Second highest civilian medal that honors Americans who perform exemplary deeds of service to the country. Among the honorees were Republican Representative Liz Cheney and Democratic Representative Benny Thompson, who led the January 6th committee investigation.
That's a giant hawk tour. And watch this. If we would have just played it out and just logically think through it, and really, if we was looking at it from a dog branding perspective, I don't think people really understand that dog branding is a dog, like the dark side of Joe Biden. If you really wanted to piss Trump off and target them, you would give them an award. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he on his dog branding stuff, he put on a Trump hat. That's when he went full dog branding. Before the election, and when he started doing stuff to sabotage Kamala, he was dog branding, and then he came out and started doing some other stuff that was just crazy. Now, and I believe dog branding's like, now I'm gonna get all the money I can get. Let me give $500 million to the Amazon. Let me give $1 billion to the Congo. Let me give another $1 billion to Ukraine. So when we start talking about dog branding be about getting that paper. You know what I'm saying? So but at the same time, this is either a hawk tour. I think it's both. I think it's a hawk tour, spit on that thing to insult Donald and everybody else, and also to make sure that the target is directly on these people's foreheads. Think about it. I mean, just think about it for a second. All these people messing a man over. They know he pooping on himself, peeing on himself. He coming out. I pooped my pants. They did a coup on the man. He said, "Oh, I'm on my way out of office. I done pardoned all the criminals I want to pardon." I don't like Liz Cheney. I don't like this brother, whoever his name is. I don't know what they did to him behind the background. But guess what? I'm going to put a target on your back. Oh, you got an award? Oh, yeah. Now, unless the award comes with some damn pardon and some clemency, then, yeah, all he's doing is putting a target on your back.
Investigation on the attack at the U.S. Capitol. And Speaker Mike Johnson continuing his fight to keep the Speaker's gavel. Trump throwing his weight behind Johnson with an endorsement this week ahead of what could be a contentious vote tomorrow. Representative Thomas Massey from Kentucky has already said he will not back Johnson continuing as Speaker. This means Johnson can only afford to lose one more vote in a narrowly divided House. And that's what's happening on the Hill, Blake.
This is the fallout from the election, right? Because Republicans, they flipped the White House. Republicans, they flipped the Senate. Yeah. But they only held ground in the House. And now what we saw in 2013 or 2023 and in 2024 could potentially play out again tomorrow on the House floor.
And it's interesting because you see President-elect Trump trying to keep people in line, but some people aren't listening to him. They're not all staying in lockstep behind President-elect Trump. So that'll be interesting to see his power over Congress.
I don't know if you could notice there, but Kelly was sort of looking that way. She wanted to get a reaction. You know why? Because sitting next to me, Congressman Don Bacon, Republican from Omaha. Kelly, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Right,
thank
Kelly,
you for watching. And make sure you go to...
Point I'm making is this, dog. Don might need to calm down. Don might need to calm down. He might need to calm down. Here goes somebody else saying it's a bad idea. I agree. Whoever this dude is, let me see.
President Trump will hold a victory rally on January 19th, just one day before his inauguration. We don't want it. No.
This is D Cobra Day. I agree with you,
no,
D Cobra.
It's way too dangerous. I don't want him doing this. We don't need this.
Yep.
I love the Trump rallies. I don't want him doing a rally the day before he's inaugurated.
Thank you. Somebody agree with me. D Cobra agree with me. It don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense. Let's see how the security is taking shape.
These high-profile attacks involving cars have been a concern here in the capital region for decades now.
Yeah, and security measures.
You know what I'm saying? What if it's a test run? And this is what you got to understand. They might not be able to get to Don. You know what I'm saying? Most likely they won't, but they may be able to get to Don people. Cats around here rolling up with truck bombs. I believe that the Tesla dude, somebody automatically drove the Tesla to the location that they wanted to get to. They probably busted. They said his head got rocked off with a 50 caliber pistol. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have no head if it's a 50 caliber pistol. You don't have no. There's nothing here. There's nothing left. If you get hit with a 50, there's nothing. You ain't how you. There's nothing. You got hit with a 50. So you got hit with a 50, or you drove that and you hit yourself with a 50. Who hit themselves with a 50? Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. I think somebody rocked that man while he was in that Tesla. Hit some kind of button, made that automatic Tesla drive to that location. Hit some kind of other button, made it do what it was going to do. The boy, the man daddy came out and said he didn't believe his son had nothing to do with it because his son was an expert in explosions, or demolition expert, which means that if he wanted to blow something up, his son wouldn't use no damn firecrackers and no gasoline. You see what I'm saying? So, and none of this making no damn sense to me, which is why, at the end of the day, Don need to sit down. Sit down, Don.
Are always in place and even greater this time of year for the inauguration. 7 News has team coverage. Rebecca Turco with what to expect from a Trump rally the day before his swearing in.
But first, we want to begin with Brad Bell. He is on the Hill where a contractor's big mistake actually led to a massive security scare. Brad?
Yeah, look, we were here this morning getting ready to work on a story about security here when suddenly we had police materialize from all over the place, and we found ourselves inside a perimeter. Now, it turned out to be a false alarm, but what we got to see was just how seriously police here are taking any perceived threat.
The lone wolf intent on doing harm with a car, like in New Orleans.
I like how they branded this dude the lone wolf overnight. It's like now all of a sudden he a lone wolf. When the reports came out and said that they had other people they was pursuing, all of a sudden my man is a lone wolf. This is the power of the media, ladies and gentlemen. This is the power of the media. Now all of a sudden the dude's a lone wolf. Like, and if you watch it, watch this. As it pertains to what happened in New Orleans, you notice they had the DEI hire, FBI. I'm the special agent in charge, and it's not a terrorist attack, but it's an IED, and we're trying to see the viability of the IED. Then here come the next dude. He come out with a suit and tie on. Yeah. And you can look, he got the governor and he got the mayor flanked beside him. They both look pissed. And he was like, yeah, there was nobody else involved in this. Like, he sat them down and said, listen, y'all gonna shut the hell up. We dealing with this. Y'all gonna shut the hell up. Y'all not gonna scare the American people. We dealing with this. And he's like, okay, Mr. FBI, we probably need to be quiet because I can see T.D. saying, honey child, you know this was multiple terrorists, honey child. What's your problem? T.D., you better sit down or we gonna open an investigation into all your damn corruption. Sit your ass down, T.D. I can see it happening like that, man. But now all of a sudden he said, this was a lone wolf and y'all gonna go with this.
Has been among the top fears for U.S. Capitol.
If y'all don't know who TD is the man in New Orleans.
Police for years. And this morning, when a man drove this car up and over a sidewalk and parked on the grass on Capitol grounds, the response was immediate. Within
that boy testing y'all.
Seconds, that man was in handcuffs and
look at this dude right here.
Surrounded by officers. The police closed.
See, this is what I don't understand. I ain't gonna lie. He should have been punished. He should have been in a car like that, looking like 50 Cent. Oh, pull off, son. Pull off. Pull off, son. Pull off. You know what I'm saying? He should have been punished.
Closed roads and called in the bomb squad. Former U.S. Capitol Police Chief Steve Sund says situations and people like this must be taken seriously.
So this is one of our biggest concerns, soft targets. I don't consider the Capitol a soft target, but there's so many different soft targets in Washington, D.C. So now how do you secure all that? That's all working with your partner agencies. But yeah, vehicle ramming, that's been a big issue for many, many years.
This morning, it didn't take long for police to learn the man who parked on the grass was there to work on technical gear being set up for the inauguration, and he simply made a big mistake about where to park.
What? Hold on. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, dog. So he there to work on technical gear, and he decided he's gonna park on the grass by the fence. Does it make it make sense, dog? For real. For real. Make it make sense to me. Make it make any sense. You smart enough to work on technical gear, but you so damn dumb you gonna pull up next to a fence? Like you don't watch none of the news? You ain't seen nothing that happened in America? Man, they be playing with people, bruh. They be playing.
Not a threat, but still taken away in handcuffs to be charged with reckless driving.
That boy dressed like a threat. He dressed like a threat. Listen. If you seen a cat walk up to you with a hoodie on, with a flannel, with his pants sagging and some raggedy jeans on, and you see him walking down the street, and you walking down the street with your fam, and he walking towards you, you moving your wife and kids behind you, and you getting ready to clear your shirt because this boy look like a threat. Somebody says, DW, that's profiling. Well, I'll be damned. There's a reason why you profile people.
Apart.
There's a reason why you don't match the profile.
Not a threat, but still taken away in handcuffs to be charged with reckless driving. Meanwhile, rolling into town.
This shit got me nervous, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's giving me the jitters. There's too much BS going on.
Truck after truck carrying miles and miles of that black
Man, them things right there need to be 3 layers deep. You got one. It need to be 3 layers. You get through one layer, you hit another layer. You got to get through 3 layers, dog. This one layer crap ain't working.
Climb fencing. Between now and the inauguration, much of the area surrounding Pennsylvania Avenue, the mall, and White House will be surrounded by the stuff.
Right now, I think they're doing about the best job they possibly can. I think everyone, as I drove down here today, you see police on a lot of different
Who the hell is this?
corners. I think everyone is pushing out all their assets, and they're at as heightened sense of security.
Situations and people like this must be taken seriously.
So this is one of our biggest concerns. Soft targets.
They didn't even say who the hell he is. Let me go back and make sure I want to hear who the hell he is.
Former U.S. Capitol Police Chief Steve Sund says,
that's the U.S. Capitol Police Chief. That don't make me feel comfortable at all. That don't make me feel comfortable at all, considering the fact that he had to be the police chief with this Nancy Pelosi stuff. That don't make me feel comfortable at all. It don't. I'm sorry. It don't. None of this make me feel comfortable. I don't know about you. I may be in my emotions and my feelings right now. I could be in my emotions and feelings. I seriously doubt it. It don't make me feel comfortable.
You see police on a lot of different corners. I think everyone is pushing out all their assets, and they're at as heightened sense of security as it can be.
Yeah, so back live now. We're on the Capitol grounds, and you can see that there are people all over the place here. It is still open to the public, but we are told in the next couple of days that perimeter will close. They will be closing off that no-scale fencing so people cannot get in here. Now, the final word on that guy this morning who parked in exactly the wrong place, he is a telecommunications contractor from Georgia, and he was legitimately here to work on some equipment being set up for the inauguration, but he made a big mistake. And we heard from the U.S. Capitol Police Chief today, look, don't park on the sidewalks, follow any directions that you get from police.
That still don't make no damn sense. You smart enough to work in the telecommunications industry, but don't have enough common sense to know that the United States of America is going through one of the most tumultuous times it's ever experienced, and you roll up next to the gate. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it. I don't trust none of y'all.
Especially over the next several weeks. At the Capitol, Brad Bell, 7 News.
Good.
Brad Bell. Brad. I wish I could chime in while he's sitting there talking with my earpiece. I'd be like, Brad Bell. This is James Williams, Dog Waters. Brad, do you know it sounds like you're telling us a load of bullshit, Brad? Do you understand right now? Brad, can you hear me? What's your response to us believing that that's a load of bullshit, Brad?
Reminder there, Brad, thank you. We're learning President-elect Donald Trump will hold a rally at Capital One Arena the night before the inauguration.
And that's where Rebecca Turco is live tonight with a look at the security preparations
somebody tell
that have been underway for a while now. Rebecca?
Yes, and I'm told Secret Service is the one who's really going to be running the show here. So
that don't make me feel no better either. None of this make me feel good. This the same Secret Service had the little short women protecting them. None of this make me feel good, man.
a much higher security level than you'd see on your typical game night like we're seeing tonight. Obviously a controlled environment now. Think a different level for all of this. Capital One Arena can hold about 20,000 people.
We need your help.
Now there's no word yet on who's speaking at this rally, the Make America Great Again rally. It's happening on January 19th, and the arena has hosted inaugural events twice before, but not since 2009. I'm told Secret Service is going to be working closely with its federal and local partners to help ensure everyone's safety. Today I caught up with an expert on Homeland Security for what we can expect at this rally. He says it's going to be an overwhelming security presence, both visible and invisible, very different from the president-elect's last rally in D.C.
It's a much more controlled security environment in contrast to the rally, the outdoor rally on January 6th.
You mean the rally that was full of FBI agents and DEA agents and CIA agents and Homeland Security agents? See, this one I don't, man. I don't understand why I risk this, dog. I can't. When I think about it, one of y'all help me. How does this benefit Donald Trump himself? I'm sorry. And how does this benefit America? It just, to me, it just seems like it's just a gigantic liability. I'm sorry. It just seems like it's a gigantic liability. Minimum thing can happen is you can get some damn people bust in. The damn, what do you call them people? The pro-Palestine protesters get busted. They start marching all around in the streets. And now you got the visual of them marching and or protesters marching or girls with pink hats marching. And that optically, that's not good. Minimum, the optics could be exploited. Maximum, death, carnage, and destruction. And the best outcome is, yay, we had a party. Woo. That's it. You ain't going to say nothing the night before that. You ain't going to say the day afterwards. I could wait till the day afterwards to hear what you got to say. I just don't understand it, man.
Which was,
I want to do the YMCA dance. I want to do the dance. But I don't want to do the dance till the deal is done. So get the deal done. Then do the dance afterwards. Do the inauguration, put your hand on the Bible, turn on the music, everybody party, go sign your executive orders. Maybe it's a statement to the world leaders that I got this shit under control. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it's a statement to all the world leaders who's like, nah, we not coming over there because your people tripping and they try to whack you and we ain't coming. Maybe it's a statement to them. Hey, America's back in business. Everything is safe, you know. But I think the biggest statement you can make to them about that is arresting these fools.
It's far harder for security officials to patrol, to decide who to let in. And, of course, it was much harder to contain once the crowd marched to the Capitol. And
no, it was hard to contain because there was FBI, CIA, Department of Homeland Security, DEA, CI is involved.
Turned into a mob.
And it's certain to be a busy weekend before Inauguration Day between this rally and the People's Watch on Washington the day before. So, of course, as always with any protest, there can be a concern for any potential clashes. Could we see competing?
This is exactly what I just said.
Protests. That's what we're working on coming up.
She has phenomenal eyebrows. Look at those beautiful eyebrows on this woman. Just thick, rich, beautiful eyebrows.
At 6. For now, reporting live from the Capital One Arena, Rebecca Turk.
Women are beautiful. I don't understand how people, I mean, you guys are amazing. Just the nuances of a woman's face, just the beauty of it. I mean, look at the beauty of it.
Go 7 News.
Rebecca, thank you. And we've got team coverage still ahead.
If I need to remember her name, I will say Sexy Eyebrow Rebecca, or Rebecca with the sexy eyebrows. That's how I remember her name. When I see those eyebrows, that's Rebecca right there. Remember her with them sexy eyebrows?
The News I-Team is looking into the rental car company used by both the New Orleans.
Whatever. Man, listen. This is what I'm saying. Donald, I think you might want to sit down, Donald. I think you might want to sit down.
And Inauguration Day, 17 days away, President-elect Donald Trump already planning a rally ahead of being sworn in. An email to supporters said the victory rally is set to be inside Capital One Arena on January 19th. His official start to the presidential term will be on the 20th.
Yeah, that's about to be the end of this video. I don't think I scrapped anything else that's worth it. Trump holds victory rally at Capital One Arena, DC News Now. Let me see what DC News Now is saying.
President-elect Donald Trump is scheduled to hold
damn, girl. Well, damn.
Victory rally in the district the day before his inauguration. It's scheduled for January 9th.
I'm sorry. Looked like she kidnapped somebody's cat and threw it on top of her head. Whose cat did you kidnap?
19th at Capital One Arena.
Goodness.
That's according to an announcement from his inauguration
Whose
committee.
cat? One of y'all in the audience, y'all cat is missing. It's one of them long-haired cats. Y'all cat is missing.
Trump held a rally in D.C. was on January 6th of 2021, the day the U.S. Capitol had an
This boy Barron is tall. This is crazy.
insurrection. Trump met with Mayor Muriel Bowser earlier this week. Bowser calling it.
What is this that he be doing? And then he do. What is that? I guess that's his way of saying I'm talking to you, I'm circling you, and then what is that?
Great meeting to discuss their shared priorities for the Trump's second term. Also right now, Monumental Sports and Entertainment sent a statement to DC News Now saying, quote, "We have made our arena available to every administration for inaugural events dating back decades, irrespective of party. We are happy that President Trump has accepted our offer, and we will welcome him and his guests to Capital One Arena on January 19th.
Yeah, I'm done. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a terrible idea. I'm on the record. The Stankonian ambassador says this is a terrible idea. It probably will go well. It probably will go great. Hopefully it does. But I don't think it's worth the risk. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's worth the risk.